Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Minecraft survival world. And today we're going to be doing some cool projects involving this railway and actually extending it and making a new railway all the way from this space of ours, all the way from this station, in fact, right next to or right behind me. We're going to create a whole new railway leading up to the new project which we've just done, which is of course the awesome mob farm. Which was a great success, and I think I'm going to be going there quite a lot of the time. I'm going to be getting resources. I'm going to be maybe going over there to AFK or things like that, and so I figured that like I said, I think in one of the episodes, I'm definitely going to have to go and make one of these awesome railways, and I'm actually really excited for this project because I really enjoyed making the last one, but also I think I might go around and actually make some aesthetic changes to this base area in this episode. And that's just because you've obviously already watched one episode of me making a giant railway, and so you probably don't want to see the whole same thing all over again, because it's going to be the same design, I think, and that means that it's probably not a good idea to just make the whole episode the same as it was. So what I'm going to try and do is actually do a few other projects in between this one, so it's probably going to use the same design just because I'm really happy with this one. And I'll explain the way that it's actually going to work in just a second. But basically, this area is it's just so plain. I mean, I should probably give you a view from the watchtower, but you get the idea. I mean, everything is plain. There's so many empty spaces everywhere, and I think that it really needs a little bit of a makeover. I'm also getting some weird jittery frames per second right here, and I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, it does need a bit of a change, and the lighting needs to change around here. I don't really want to spam torches everywhere, and if I am spamming torches everywhere, then I want to do it properly so mobs don't actually spawn. I also want to do it around all of that area there, just because so many mobs are pouring into the sheep farm, for example, and disrupting all of the flow of my operations down here. So yeah. I'm going to pretty much make this place look a little bit better than it already is, and connect places up as well. But the primary projects that we're going to be working on is this railway, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So as you can see, I'm right over here at our new mob farm, and man, is this looking pretty spectacular in the night. And just the way the iron blocks shine brightly out in the darkness out here, and the beautiful sky in the background. And just this whole minecart elevator thing, I'm really loving this whole project, and I think it's been a big success, as I've probably said many times by now. So I think what I'm going to do is definitely use this minecart elevator kind of design all the time now, because I think it looks way better than using some kind of slime block elevator or a piston elevator. It's got 0 redstone behind it, and it's just so simple, so effective. And I love the iron blocks as well, so I'm obviously going to be building with them all the time, and also the storage system looks cool. But aside from everything related with the mob farm, all of the resources that I used to build this thing, and I used to take out all of the grass and stuff, well, there's a lot of grass still here, and yeah, I've got a few resources lying around here, so I've actually came to pick them up, and oh, that's not as many as I thought there would be. I thought there would be a lot more kind of different blocks and different, I think cobblestone was what I was mainly expecting. So I think I'll just take a few of these resources anyway, because I'm clearly not going to need them over here anymore. And yeah, I've just been transporting a lot of my resources to and fro from this place to my base. But what I've actually came here for is a lot of cobblestone. But it seems like I'm going to have to do a little bit of mining, because by the looks of things, we don't actually have that much cobblestone here at all, so I think I'm going to have to go do that. And then once I've gathered together my resources, which will be a lot of stone basically, which is what I've used in that in the original railway design, then I'll come up with a kind of plan of which way it's actually going to go, and hopefully then we can start building this thing. And my horse has seemed to run away from me. I think it thinks I'm going to kill it, like, you know, all of the other horses. But, you know, that won't happen, probably. So, I wonder how much stone I actually have, you know, just lying around in a chest down here that I've completely forgotten about. Oh, I have a lot of stone, yeah. So you can see here that Yeah, I was accidentally lying to myself just a little bit. I actually have more cobblestone than can fit in my inventory, so I definitely don't actually need to go mining, and all that kind of stuff was just a load of rubbish because I didn't actually notice that all of the stone that I collected from mining out all of the land um, from the swamp biome back at the mob farm, all of that was down there, and I've got tons and tons of resources to actually do this build, probably more than enough, and I probably won't need to go mining at all, and that's really nice to know that I have so much cobblestone down here just from mining out that land, and it should probably just give you an idea of how long it must have taken to do that. But don't get me wrong, it was really fun at the same time. But ignoring all of that, if you guys are hearing some weird sounds in the background of this video, some weird explosion sounds, or actually I was listening back to one of the recordings and it sounded like I was just tapping on my desk or something, I'm definitely not. It's actually the 5th of November when I'm recording today, and that is, of course, Bonfire Night, in Britain at least. I think it's all over the world. No, I think it's just in Britain, actually. I don't know. My history knowledge is not very good here. But yeah, you get the idea. There are fireworks going on in the background, so please excuse those. You know, I can't really do anything about the fireworks, and I definitely don't have anywhere else to go and record. So this video might be a bit, you know, loud and explosive. Yeah, exploding, I guess, or explosive sounding. That doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, I'm not being shot at or anything. I'm not in a war zone. I'm completely fine, and there are fireworks going on outside. So that's just if you were wondering. But I think I'm going to gather together my resources. Well, I already have them. But what I'm going to do is literally go over and kind of plan out the path of the way that this thing is going to work. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually build the extension to our lovely little railway station up here. And what I'm going to do is actually go and make the next platform just right next to here. So I'm going to like make a little hole in this wall, maybe a little doorway, and then have an extension bit. So I think we can, like, every time I have a new project or every time I'll link this railway station up to something else, I'll keep this platform right here, and I'll just add on another one to it because we've got lots of space out that way and we've got lots of space this way as well. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem at all, really. So things are really beginning to take shape here, and you can see we've got the walls in, and I've got the majority of all of the decoration done, and all I really have to do is put in the roof now, and that really shouldn't take too long at all. I've just got this wall missing, and I've tried to add in some of the side kind of bits on the top of the roof, and the only thing I kind of found hard with this build was to get it to get this bit sort of oh god. Well, took out a sunflower there, but what I found hard was actually trying to copy that design on this side because it's a bit more uneven and all of the measurements are different. Because, for example, this wall, I had to bring it out by 1 block to actually incorporate this bit a little bit better and to be able to sort of have this be as high above this path as possible, because obviously I'm not going to move this path, and unless I move it down by 1 level, which is something that I could do, but I think this is alright so far. So yeah, this bit's going to go, this is going to be the actual railway itself, of course, and it's going to go, like I said before, in that direction. And it is going to go over this path as well, which I think might look kind of cool, just to have different things going in different directions. It kind of looks cool to have like a busy area going on. And again, I've involved the pillar theme, as I always do, on this side, and I'm just really building in all of the walls, and now I've just got the ceiling left to do. So I think I'm just going to carry on with that, also create a kind of a transition between these 2 rooms, and then I'll be back and I'll be ready to actually start the main bit of the railway itself. This room right here is completely and utterly finished from the inside and pretty much the outside as well. And it looks so similar to this one that there's not much really much difference, but it does look cool, and I love the design, like I say. So I figured that I use it, and as you can see, everything is looking pretty awesome. I think I should first just start from the outside bit here. What I decided to do for the doorway Originally I was just going to do something like that and keep it completely open, but this kind of makes it look like there's sliding doors. I don't know if you can really see it properly, because all of the glass is kind of merging together right up here, but this is a whole line of grey stained glass, and it's kind of it looks like it's kind of like a glass sliding door, and I really liked the look of that, and it's something new. Like I haven't done that before, so I just figured that I put that in there. And then we've got the same old platform. We've got the nice cyan stained glass inside the walls right there, so you can see out, and it kind of looks more like a train station. And we've got the cool roof on the top, which I definitely wasn't going to change anyway. Right there. Now we've got to go ahead and actually build out this railway, and I've got everything ready on me. Well, the majority of it. I don't actually need the rails straight away. I can actually put them away for now. But yeah, I've at least got my inventory organized and things this time. But I was going to say that I actually realized after I did this cut that I made a lot of progress in one cut, if you get what I mean. So I kind of didn't go through it, and I actually did originally have this clip where I sort of showed all of the floor and stuff like that, and I think that just got deleted somehow. I must have accidentally deleted it, and so I lost that thing, but it doesn't really matter, because I guess that's just going to speed up the episode and make it as it should have been. I kind of like doing some long progress cuts where I make a lot of progress and make the cuts shorter, if you get what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to carry on with this. I'm going to actually build this thing out now, and hopefully I can remember the design that I had before, because I'm not really too sure about how it works. All I know that is that these go out, there's sort of like 5 stone bricks and then 1 redstone block, and that's how the pattern goes. And the rest of the stuff I'm just going to have to like look over and get myself more familiar with again. I'm not going to lie here, but it feels like I haven't played for so long and I haven't recorded for so long that I've basically forgotten what I was actually doing here. And it's pretty obvious what I obviously have been doing. I've been building out the railway, and I've got basically the first bit of it done. This stretches out all the way down to basically the end right there, to the edge of what you can see. And when I say done, it obviously doesn't have the supports in. It's just got a little bit of the decoration on top. I've still got to put in the cobblestone walls with the lights on and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've been having so many tests recently, and so much revision to do, so much maths and physics and chemistry, and to be honest, physics is so hard. I don't know why I picked this subject, because it is just so insanely hard. But I should probably stop telling you guys about this, because yeah, you probably have enough school worries of your own. But yeah, I have built this thing out. It may look like I've gone and done like a lot of work. This is really loud. I'm just going to get out of that. It may look like I've gone and done like a lot of work here, but I really haven't. It's been really simple, or at least as I remember. The last time I played, it was really simple, just putting out a whole row of stone brick blocks first, and then adding in the cobblestone stairs on either side, all the way down that way, and then adding in all of the slabs, and obviously even putting in these redstone blocks every 5 blocks. So it was a really simple, easy, and kind of relaxing build. I didn't really have to think about much when I was building this thing. But yeah, if I sound really different, you know it's obviously because the cuts aren't just flowing and continuous anymore. I never really get time to do that, unfortunately. But I'm actually recording in the morning, which is weird, because basically I can't record after school anymore, so I figured, why not record in the morning before school? Why not do that? But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is actually carry on with this. If you want to see how far I've actually got so far, it's just sort of, I think it's to the point where I'm going to turn right now and enter through those hills over there, because of course we need to go in that diagonal direction, which is, if I can just sprint to the end here, we need to go in the diagonal direction, which is all the way over there. That is where our mob farm lies, and it's kind of like following this old railway that we have, that we used the villager, that we transported the villagers on, and it's kind of following that same kind of path. So what I'm going to do is carry on going out that way just a little bit more, and then you see in between that hill and that big hill there, I'm going to turn right, and then I'm going to go out all the way to the to the slime biome. Slime biome, nope, that doesn't even exist really. But the swampland is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why, but I always forget that word. But yeah, I'm just going to carry on with this, and hopefully I can make some more progress. And I think I'm going to go all the way, like halfway at least, and then I'll start adding in some of these supports beneath the railway. So this guy thinks that he can kill me, but no, he's just firing straight into a block right there, and I don't think he's got any chance of actually shooting into me. So I've got that guy preoccupied. I think I should go and explain all of the stuff that I've been doing and working on here. So you can see that I've got the top halves of all of these pillars in, and this thing now extends all the way down to our mob farm. So it's really cool. Everything is basically almost done now. There's a lot of progress has been made, and what I've got to do still is obviously put in well, I've put in the rail, but it's sort of like there's 2 rows of stone brick slabs on either side, and also obviously the lighting that I still have to put in, like on that railway right there, because we're using the same design. And yeah, this has actually been a really easy task, a really fun thing to do, and now it really is time to sort of move on to this from this project to do something else. Like I said, I wasn't going to spend the whole episode on this because we've done a whole episode on this before anyway. So yeah, I have extended this thing all the way, and something that I found which was really interesting is that I thought that this this mob farm was just like really far away from my house and from my base area. I thought it must have been miles and miles away, but now I look here, this is the watchtower right there, and it won't be so clear to see because it's raining and all of our view is kind of fogged out. But yeah, the watchtower is just over there, and we just go here, and by now you would have been able to see it, but yeah, the mob farm is right there, so it's not very far at all. And as you can see right over there, we've sort of got the railway kind of just branching off into nothing. And I've still got to build down a sort of stepway, a diagonal bit, so you can make a little platform down there, and that's where I'm sort of gonna that's how I'm gonna connect this to the mob farm. So I'm just gonna make a little platform down at the level of the water, and I think I'm gonna do that like later on. I'm probably gonna leave all of this stuff that's left to do for between the episodes, because I think I'm just going to move on now, like I say. And also one more thing that's left to be done is beneath this there's meant to be like a whole row of stone slabs. So yeah, we've got the stone brick slabs on the top and the stone slabs on the bottom, but after that I obviously need to make these pillars as well. I need to complete them at the bottom, so still a lot of stuff to do, but it actually does look like I've made a heck of a lot of progress. I've made it all the way down here to the mob farm, and I'm pretty happy with that. Right, so I'm back at base, and I think I know exactly what I'm going to be doing around this area. So it's raining and it's nighttime, but the thing that we're going to be doing is probably going to actually change the atmosphere, hopefully, of this area. First, I might have to get rid of some of these mobs though, because they're probably going to come into the way, but I'm going to be putting some lampposts down here. And wow, I have got a giant mob farm, but I have ran out of arrows, so I'm going to have to go get some more of those as well. But I'm just going to be putting... and my sword broke, but I've got another one prepared. So I'm going to be putting some of these lampposts around the area, and I think I'm just going to scatter these things. I've only actually got 10 daylight sensors, and I think actually I'm lacking on the redstone lamps right now, because obviously redstone lamps take glowstone to make, and the thing is, I can't really go back into the nether right now, because if I do, I will pretty much die. There are loads of angry pigmen still waiting for me down in the nether, and I don't think if you leave the nether they'll just become all nice and friendly again. I think you kind of have to go back and then wait in the nether for those guys to become back to normal, and so I think I'm pretty much screwed if I go back into the nether. So I'm going to use a daylight sensor on top of these redstone lamps to make them light up at night, of course. And I'm also going to add in some nice decoration on the top here. I think I'm just going to add in some oak fences. And I actually did this in my creative world. I created this design there, but I'm not too sure whether it actually looks good or not. I mean, it's okay, but it could be better. I mean, originally I was thinking about actually having the lamps sort of hang off a fence on the top, but then I kind of prefer this design in some ways. But I might go between episodes and actually change things up, then again. And the fact that I only have 10 of these things means that I have to basically place them, for now at least, in kind of good locations. So I think the next one should go right here, since this is a junction. And again, just the same design right here. Maybe I could alternate some of the designs, and I think I could also like put different things, like signposts and maybe like mini little clocks on posts and stuff. And I think that would be a really nice kind of aesthetic change to this area. But this place is just looking so boring and plain that I figured I needed to go and make some aesthetic changes around here. So this will be one of them. And I'm also going to be doing some more changes. It may not actually seem like much has changed around this area, but just adding in these little lamps has really made the area look a lot nicer, a lot more homely, and it's given it a nice kind of feel, which I think it didn't really have before. I've also added in this little path and connected it up to the sheep farm, because that was something that I needed to do for a long time, and I think straight after the sheep farm episode I said I was going to do that, or something like that. Or I at least thought to myself that I was going to do all of that. But the next thing that I'm going to do is, if you've noticed, you've probably noticed the unnatural amount of flowers in my inventory, and that's because I've been trying to come up with some simple and nice looking flower bed designs, and I think this is the kind of thing that I want to go for. Something really simple and sort of nice looking, just to fill in the sort of gaps that we have all over the place. Now this big gap over here, I think I'm going to build something a bit different, maybe like a fountain or something over here. But yeah, I've just been experimenting around, and I actually just went on a big journey out into the wild, so to speak, and I just came back with all of these different flowers because I was running out of flowers, and so I figured it would be a good idea to go and adventure for a little bit, get some more flowers. And wow, that was a big drop right there. But yeah, I'm just going to experiment around with some different ideas that I have and try and come up with a nice looking design for some of these flower beds. And then I think we'll be done for this episode. So I pretty much went for the same design for the flower box on this side as well, and I think it's looking pretty sweet. I really love the aesthetic changes that I've made around this area, and I think they really suit the area. And you know, they're just so small and so kind of insignificant almost, but they make such a huge difference in my opinion. Especially these flower boxes, they add a lot of color and kind of vibrancy to the area, and of course all of the lights, all of the lampposts, they kind of connect things together a little bit more, and I really just love the way that all of this works. And if you can look in the background, I think this is probably a bad place to see everything from, but you can see some of the lampposts that I've got in the background all over the place, right in the background there next to the farm, and we've got a few others back there. But that's all I've got for you for today, because it's been a very long episode, but it's been very fun to make all of these aesthetic changes, and of course to add in this railway, this new connection to the mob farm, which I will be finishing off in between episodes. So if you did like this episode, then please be sure to give this episode a like. That would be a big help, and feel free as always to subscribe. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.